मैं तो मेरा तो ख्याल है कि आप जितनी जूम की एक्सपर्ट हैं, आपको जरूरत नहीं है किसी की, ना मेरी ना किसी और की। आप यू कैन आंसर ऑल द क्वेश्चंस।
ये आपका ख्याल है, ये सारा
नहीं नहीं,
ऊपर का
आपने
ड्रामा है। ये ऊपर
आई
का
कैन
सिर्फ मुलम्मा है, दिस इज सुपरफिशियल स्किल डीप।
नहीं, सम
मेरा
पीपल आर
तो
वेरी
इसमें
गुड इन लर्निंग फ्रॉम द
नहीं, वो
थिंग्स एंड
माशाल्लाह वो मैं जब आपकी बातें सुनती हूँ आप लोगों की, तो कुछ कुछ टोटके मुझे टोटकों की समझ आनी शुरू हो गई है,
नहीं नहीं,
बट
बहुत
नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ इट। आप तो हमारे, यू आर द ऑफिशियली प्रोनाउंस्ड जूम एक्सपर्ट। तो हम जब भी कोई बात होती जूम की तो हम कहते हैं मुस्तफा जिंदाबाद। सो अभी वो ज्वाइन करेंगे, उसके भी शाकर, बिकॉज शाकर इज अ ITS
And ma'am,
लिंक।
actually, I'm a little bit feeling sorry because many of our faculty members, they are working very hard in recording the sessions and recording their lectures for the online students, and as well as they are teaching in the class as well. So if they just try to be little bit, I mean, innovative, they can save a lot of time from their classroom, because क्लासरूम का एनवायरनमेंट, टीचिंग का और वर्ड कॉम्बिनेशन, सेंटेंसेस वो बहुत जबरदस्त प्योर नेचुरल किस्म के होते हैं. So it's not very much difficult, and I think we should try that. Encourage our professors that just try to use that time instead of making all the thing once again for the another class.
मेरी बात सुनो ना, why don't we keep a session आपके साथ on only this topic?
Yes.
मतलब
No, why
let's
not?
keep half an hour next week, half an hour
Yes, ma'am.
on how to उसका कोई टॉपिक का नाम सोच लें कि how
जी.
to teach simultaneously.
Yes, blended teaching.
The online and the in-person class.
Ma'am,
तो इसके
इसमें भी
ऊपर
seamless,
15, हाँ
something like seamless
हाँ
जो है ना, execution of blended teaching. uh, I will share the lectures as well from my class जो मैंने last 2 weeks में लिए ना, तो वो सारे जो है वो YouTube पे हैं. तो how it looks, we can see कि ये दिखते कैसे हैं. लाइव स्ट्रीम के लेक्चर जो ना असल में दिखते कैसे हैं, स्टूडेंट्स को कैसे नजर आएंगे, वो हम उसको देख सकते हैं अभी आराम से. मेरी आवाज कैसी जा रही होगी और स्लाइड्स कैसे
तो
मूव ऑन कर.
मुस्तफा, मेरी
जी
बात
मैम.
सुने, ये QA का सेशन आप किस वक्त करेंगे? लेट्स डू इट, मुझे डेट अभी बता दें।
मैम आप बस मेरा टाइम का इशू होता है. मेरी मिड डे से लेके इवनिंग तक क्लासेस होती हैं, क्योंकि मैं इवनिंग प्रोग्राम में भी पढ़ा रहा हूँ एमफिल में. तो
नहीं, हम
एनीथिंग
किसी ऐसे, यही वेडनेसडे या मंडे या वेडनेसडे 1 to 2 PM ही करेंगे।
ठीक है मैम, मैं
तो
अवेलेबल,
हम
इसके लिए मैं ऑल सेट हूँ. और आई थिंक ये हमें जल्दी करना चाहिए क्योंकि सेमेस्टर इज गोइंग ऑन वेरी फास्ट, और वी आर नॉट वेरी मच श्योर अबाउट द सिचुएशन आउट देयर एज वेल, बिकॉज कोरोना के हवाले से हम थोड़े से
मेरी बात सुने, there are 2 days I am free on the 23rd को एक कर सकते हैं 1 to 2, और
जी मैम.
25th को कर सकते, तो आप
आई मीन
बताएं किस दिन करना।
मैं इन दोनों के लिए इन हूँ, आप कोई भी डेट दे दें मुझे.
मैं भी
मैम
अगर आप
23rd
मुझे
और
भी
25th को फेस टू फेस सेशंस हैं और 30th को भी हैं.
वो बेटा शिफ्ट करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज दिस इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट। आई एम सॉरी, क्योंकि ये वाकई जो इसने कहा ना साइमल्टेनियस टीचिंग में, इसमें हम ऑब्जेक्टिव ये बताएंगे हाउ यू कैन सेव योर टाइम by so that you do not have to record your lecture as a separate activity, how to live stream, how to teach in person, and how to live stream to online students. Is objective.
may I say something? सर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम पे आई थिंक सो मुस्तफा साहब को तो उनसे कहीं ज्यादा पता होगा कि माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम के ऊपर साइमल्टेनियसली जो है वो रिकॉर्ड हो जाते हैं सेशन, और जैसे ही रिकॉर्ड होते हैं आपको पता होगा ईमेल आ जाती है, तो ईमेल जो है that link can easily be converted into YouTube and that can be sent to students. So वो blended learning हमारी क्लास में I do the same, मैं यही करती हूँ कि भाई साथ साथ क्लास हो रही है, साथ साथ स्टूडेंट्स ऐड होते जा रहे हैं आपके उसमें लिस्ट में, ठीक है, उनकी डाउनलोड की वहीं पे अटेंडेंस लिस्ट आपके पास लिस्ट आ गई है, हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स आर इन, और उसके बाद वही जो वीडियो है उसको कन्वर्ट किया यूट्यूब में एंड देन शेयर द लिंक विद द स्टूडेंट्स. सो दिस इज व्हाट I usually do. I think so. ये मुझे easy भी लगता है क्योंकि फिर मुझे ज्यादा I don't have to worry about कि just हाँ I use mic ताकि if I'm moving, ठीक है ना, तो जरा माइक में आवाज, एंड आई ऑलवेज आस्क वन ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट्स के भी आप चेक करो बाहर जाकर अपने हेडफोन लगा के कि आपको मेरी आवाज क्लियर आ रही है या नहीं आ रही. सो दिस इज यूजुअली आई डू.
Acha, is this what is done, Mustafa, in Zoom also?
Yes, ma'am. The same thing is Zoom में थोड़ा सा हमारे पास ये कि automated नहीं है. Zoom में you will get the video output at the end of the session.
Absolutely.
And I think this is good if we have multiple options out there, and whoever teacher is finding comfortable with whatever the way, I think we should encourage. But the important thing is that
हाँ, सॉरी मुस्तफा, मगर मुझे जो चीज कॉमन नजर आ रही है कि MS Teams में जिस तरह फायजा कह रही हैं कि उनको लिंक आ जाता है, YouTube का लिंक आ जाता है. Is that what you're saying?
YouTube का नहीं आता.
No.
Sorry. डॉक्टर रुखसाना, YouTube का लिंक नहीं आता, वो आता है Microsoft Team का लिंक. वो हम उसको कन्वर्ट कर लेते हैं YouTube वीडियो में ताकि वो बच्चे आराम से उसको एक्सेस कर सके.
जी, the same thing happens with Zoom. The Zoom में भी तो यही होता है.
एक फर्क है मैम, मेरा ख्याल मैम फायजा might be able to let me know the size of the video. जो हमें एक लिंक आता है, हमें वो डाउनलोड करना पड़ता है, हमें अपने कंप्यूटर पे उसको उतारना पड़ता है. And after that we able to start
MP4 में होता है वो.
And after that we can start processing that video for the YouTube.
बिल्कुल ठीक.
में ये होता है कि वो आपके कंप्यूटर के हार्ड ड्राइव के ऊपर रिकॉर्ड करता है, वो आपके कंप्यूटर पे ही रिकॉर्ड करता है. We don't need to go anywhere for that thing. तो Microsoft Team में ये है कि whatever the lecture is recorded, it is recorded on a server somewhere away, और हम उसको फिर डाउनलोड करते हैं अपने कंप्यूटर के ऊपर, और वो साइज का, इंटरनेट का, वो बाकी सब इश्यूज उससे जुड़े हुए हैं. बट Zoom में आपके पास
मुस्तफा साहब, उसमें ये होता है YouTube में आपको एक ऑप्शन आती है, क्योंकि मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम आई थी तो मैंने शाके से भी बात की थी. उसमें सिर्फ ये होता है कि आपको वेरीफाई करवाना पड़ता है अपना फोन नंबर एंड ईमेल एड्रेस ऑन YouTube. वंस बोथ थिंग्स गेट वेरीफाइड, आप चाहे 3 घंटे की वीडियो अपलोड कर दें, उसका ये फायदा होगा.
लेकिन the thing is that
मुस्तफा, आप इसको मेरा ख्याल है in your talk will you pick up this point as a difference between Zoom recording and MS Teams recording? इसको हम pick up कर लेते हैं. अभी हमारे people have joined and I think and they have asked some questions which we would like to respond to.
अच्छा, एक चीज और,
sorry Faiza, please you stay on so that you can clarify what you are saying and what Mustafa is saying. Is that okay? I think that's a very important point.
जी बिल्कुल.
You have raised a very good so for today's agenda, though we had lots of things on our agenda, but what we are going to do is we are going to start with your questions. And if any of the agenda items you are interested in, backdrop, voice quality you have talked about, real-time writing, multi-platform sharing, assessment techniques, we will not go into detail. We could probably need a different session for that, but recording and posting of videos and any other instructional tasks. So what I'd request is that assessment techniques and other instructional tasks, I would request you to flag them and we'll keep them for a separate session. Okay, Mustafa?
Yes,
but for the others and the questions that you have asked, and you have asked about the same thing, multi-platform sharing, real-time writing, and better voice quality. Assessment techniques we'll put up in a later session.
मैंने जो स्लाइड बनाई थी उसमें assessment technique के आगे मैंने question mark डाल दिया. मैंने कहा इसको हम address नहीं कर पाएंगे इन questions के साथ, exactly what you just said.
So it is very, it is going to be another session. I'm sorry, there's too much that we have written. So we will delete that. G, over to you, Mustafa. I would like you to talk about better voice quality, real-time writing, and multi-platform sharing. And I welcome Shabnam Malik, Gule Mehek, Ashir Ghulam, and of course the ITS team, Shakir and Raheel Robson. And then there is Sabah. You know, these are all mathematics people and they are superb, and Faiza Zahir has been with us since a long time. And
kindly you need to stop your screen share so I can start sharing my screen after that.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Once again, it's always wonderful to be all of with you. I mean, it's really honored. I'm going to share my screen, not the program. So whatever I will be doing on my phone, all of us will going to on my computer. All of us will going to see that thing. So it's going to be a screen sharing stuff. I will be sharing with all of you. So like we have, you should be able to see my screen now.
Fareed Ahmed hai that I don't think Fareed Ahmed is here. But he asked these questions.
क्या आप लोग मेरी स्क्रीन देख पा रहे हैं या सिर्फ एक पावरपॉइंट देख पा रहे हैं? Kindly please help me.
YouTube की स्क्रीन नजर आ रही है आपकी.
Okay, nothing else?
No, not yet.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I just need to see. Okay, let me share my PowerPoint slide with you, which I have. I just added those points in the PowerPoint slide for all of us. Let's start.
Yeah. Now we can see your FCCU Q&A session. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. So there are a lot of things. Actually, ma'am, we have already addressed many of the questions in different sessions, in different CLT sessions. So I will going to put the supported material and the links and the talks in which we have already discussed those issues before today's thing, because many questions can be addressed using those material which we have already created. And Salman do carry all the video, and he has posted all the things on the CLT website as well. So let's move to the questions. I have received like 4 different questions through the CLT, and from you. The question number 1 was from our member, Mr. Farid Ahmed. He was asking about real-time writing, multi-platform sharing, as well as the different assessment-related techniques. As Ma'am Nuksana has explained that we will not going to talk on the different assessment-related techniques. It's a different topic. We can discuss, of course, at the end of the, if we manage to spare some time. The first and the most important, which was asked by many of the professors out there, that how we will going to use the real-time writing, how we will do that thing, and how we can enhance the better voice quality. These are the most repeated question asked to me directly and from the CLT as well. The first thing for the voice quality stuff, first thing first, we need to know about our hardware. That's the first thing. That what are the hardware we are using, whether we are putting our hands-free into our laptops, whether are using I mean the built-in microphone into our laptops, or whether we are using an external microphone. These are the little small things, but they create a lot of mess at the end of the day if we don't know the exact name of the hardware we are using. Because in the Zoom settings, if you go to the Zoom setting, there exists like an audio setting options where you can select, pick and choose whatever the hardware you want to try or you want to use for a Zoom session meeting. So if you know the name of your microphone, you can accurately select that microphone into the setting from the Zoom, and that will help you to use that thing seamlessly without any problem. The other things we have already addressed in the sessions, and I think we should revisit those videos once again to see all the components. And I can share once again that the voice quality depends on the speaker's ability to stay close to the microphone. If you are not using the collar microphone, if you are using the collar microphone, that will be good enough choice that you can move around and you can speak without any trouble. But if you are not using it, then you need to teach yourself how to stick around in front of your laptop. I will be sharing a video of my class in the last couple of weeks, and you will see that I have to stick around in front of the laptop for some period of for all that time. It is not normal for any teacher, but that's not a normal state as well. It's not a normal situation as well. So we just need to teach ourselves that as long as I will be talking while looking at my microphone, like at a proper distance, the students will be able to see all those things. And then please refer to the best practices session we have already have on our CLT website that will explain how we can set up the things in detail. The next question is a little bit tricky. That is about that how we will going to use the real-time writing. People wants to write. Actually, most of us and teachers, most of the teachers, they are trained to teach in this way. Either we need to use the whiteboard, or we need to use the I must say we need to use the notepad or writing pad. That how we can incorporate these things, because that will make a teacher in a very easier mode, because we were trained in this way, so we can teach in a much better way. The best and I think the most easiest and most efficient way to use to integrate writing is to use a writing pad. You need to purchase a writing pad that came with a pen, and you can write, and whatever you are writing on the write pad, that can be visible and can be detected on your screen as well. So this is the one way. You need a gadget, an additional gadget. But there is an alternative way that you can use and you can try, that you can integrate your cell phone. You can direct your cell phone in the direction of your whiteboard or in the direction of your notepad, and then you can start writing on your whiteboard or a notepad. And the other people will be able to see and will be able to will be able to see whatever you are writing. So using or converting your cell phone into a webcam, or you should have a dedicated webcam for that purpose as well. You can just direct the direction of your webcam towards the writing pad or your whiteboard, so that the students will be able to see those things in an easier way. I can try the demo of that stuff with you as well, if you people wants me to do that. How, for example, right now I will be able to show you whatever I am writing on my notepad. If you want me to do that thing for you, I will be doing at the end of the session, or if you feel comfortable, I will do it if we have enough time. The thing, if you want to integrate a cell phone, so for example, this is my cell phone. So if I want to, this is not my cell phone. My cell phone is quite old. This is the cell phone of my boy. So for example, if I have a cell phone, so I can use the camera present in my cell phone as a webcam. All I need to do is to direct that camera into the direction of my notepad, or in the direction of the whiteboard. For that purpose, to connect your cell phone, you need to enable your laptop to consider that thing as your webcam. It's like a computer stuff. You need to enable your laptop to consider that thing as your webcam. That can only be done with the help of a certain application. If you're able to see, there is an application called as DroidCam. I actually write the name of that application. I'm just turning it. You need to install that app from the App Store, from the Android store, and it will appear like this after you turn on that application on your phone. It's a very wonderful application. It can connect and convert your cell phone as a webcam. So once you install the same application, you need to install the same application on your cell phone as well as on your computer. So once both of the things, my computer as well as the cell phone, contains that Android DroidCam. That the name of the application is DroidCam. It's very easily, but the one is technical stuff you should know. It only works with the 64-bit Windows operating system. That means if you are not having a 64-bit Windows operating system, the DroidCam will not be an option. In that case, you need to choose or go for another choice. But I think most of us are having the Windows version 64-bit, and we can use the DroidCam app.
Sorry for cutting in, Mustafa. What system? What is the latest system from there on? 64-bit is a part of the Windows setup, because there must be an older version of Windows where that is not 64-bit, is not available.
Yes. Ma'am, actually, there are two types of things we need to know as a general understanding. One is the operating system, Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 2000, which we have heard. And the other thing is the ability of our processor, the 64-bit or 32-bit. So all of us are carrying different types of gadgets and machines and laptops. Our machines' capacities are different in order to operate the same system. So if you are installing the Windows 10, you have a choice whether you can install the Windows 10 with 32-bit operating system, or you will have a choice to install the same Windows 10 using the 64-bit support. So that is most of the case we can do that thing in our laptops. So it's like a thing.
So are you saying that a compressor has the capacity for both 32-bit and 64-bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Most of the processors,
so when the question comes up, then you just make sure that you stick with 64-bit. Thank you for that clarity. Thank you, Mustafa.
So once I have this one, a DroidCam application installed on my phone, the other is I need to install on my computer. So I am all set to integrate or tell my, my computer that please, instead of using the webcam, which you are looking at, which I am using, right, instead of that one, please use this one. In order to do that, I need to turn, or I need to run the, why I'm not able to share my screen well. Okay, so in order to do that, I need to run the application on both the machines. So I'm sorry, because I'm using Zoom, so I will not be able to show you the settings of the Zoom, which I am changing, but I will be talking on those settings, so you can easily replicate those settings with me. And so once you turn on that application, it will give you certain numbers. It's a little bit difficult to see those numbers, but I can read those numbers for you. The numbers are like that there is a Wi-Fi IP, there is a DroidCam port numbers. I need to write the same Wi-Fi IP numbers on the application which I am running on my PC. That's all. I just need to put those numbers. It's like a private connection between the two devices or two gadgets. So the
And
number which is
what
right,
is
which
the,
is
where did you, Mustafa, where did you find the IP number for your computer?
ma'am, this device will give you. This device will tell you. The device contains the number. As long as I turn on, it will give you a
Yes.
number that please use that number.
Yes.
If you see, it is written 192.
Yes, we can see it. Yes.
So I need to use that number. This is like a password for my computer. So nobody else will be able to connect with my phone. So this is the gateway. This is the path in which I can use. So what I'm doing right now, I want you to see that thing. Unfortunately, I can't show you. So I am putting the same number on the DroidCam application, which I have installed in my computer. So I'm writing 192, 168, 137, and 6. Ma'am, whatever I'm telling you, I have put the video link for that thing as well. So we can see in a proper video after that. I'm just showing you how it will work. So once I click the start button, my computer is now connected with the PC after that. But you people are not able to see me through my phone.
So you are saying that now your phone is behaving as a webcam. We can see that.
Because I started it.
It is now connected to your PC. Is your desktop or a laptop, whatever you are using at this time. Right.
So the next thing is that I want to connect this with my Zoom, So I need to go to the Zoom setting. I will go to the video, and in that video option, there exists a choice which is called as camera. You will be able to see DroidCam source. When I select the DroidCam source, now my phone's webcam is the camera which I am using right now. You should be able to see me here.
Where are these options? Sorry, when you said go to Zoom, where did you find the options that you talked about?
Can you see my screen with the help of my phone?
Yes.
Okay. So there is the setting here. The setting.
Okay. Yes, this is the setting.
The setting button, it will give me different settings which you know.
Yes.
In that setting, there is the video option.
Okay.
If I click on the video, it will give me these options. Here is the options called camera.
Okay.
So now I have two options. The HD camera. This is the camera which of my PC. So this is the camera. This one I have selected. And now I am selecting back the Droid source camera.
Okay.
So now it's turned back to my phone. So now it's my choice where I will going to place my phone. To whether I want to show you my coffee maker, whether I want to show you this notepad. So if I install my phone perfectly over a notepad, or if I can direct it towards the whiteboard as well. I can go there and start writing, and then I can use my whiteboard as well. So if I put or focus, my hand is a little bit shaky at this time. I need to put it on a stand. So whatever I will be writing, like whatever I am writing, I'm writing an equation or blah, blah, blah things, it will be here. And please do not worry about the thing because it is showing you the picture in reverse order, maybe. Am I right? So we can always...
we can see it the way you are writing it is not a reverse order.
Okay, thank you. That's perfect, because we can mirror our image always using the setting as well.
Okay.
So that is where we can use. And when you turn on the Droid app, if you're able to see my screen, let me show you how this is the DroidCam application on my phone, on my computer. This is the DroidCam application on my computer. If I click here, and I can stop the use of the webcam from here. It's very simple, very easy. All you just need to put the IP which is given in your phone to that application. It will convert your phone into a webcam. Or most of us has a wonderful phone. It looks like, I look maybe more beautiful in this camera, maybe. So we can use it and we can start writing. We can start using it like an equation or whatever. All it needs a very good stand. You need to innovate the stand for yourself for that thing. That's all. And the rest is all fine. So allow me to convert.
Yes, there is but there is a question from Shabnam. She's saying how to record Zoom session if using it through mobile app, but we have yet to come to that. Okay,
ma'am. No, ma'am, we don't need to worry. The Zoom will consider our phone as a webcam. Whatever is there in the phone is recording. Whatever you are recording, your computer is recording, or Salman's computer is
Okay.
recording. So it will be recording in the same way. When I switch the camera, it will switch the camera in the recording as well. When I switch the camera on the phone, it will switch the camera as well. So whatever is
Okay.
coming through this phone right now is like recorded in the same.
Okay, great.
So in your recording, when you go back and see, at this point, you will start looking at me instead of my camera.
Yes.
So that's it. So it's like just knowing this thing a little bit more in order to, I believe, to use your cell phones and direct it towards, if you remember, I have in my first talk, I showed my table that how I have adjusted that camera. This is like a snake-like stand over there on my shoulder, and I placed that cell phone on that snake-like stand, and that helped me at that time to focus comfortably on a notepad. And whenever I need to draw, as a molecular biologist, as a cancer biologist, I need to write a lot of mechanisms and cell signaling. I need to draw things as well. So that helped me at that time. So I wish this answers some of the questions we need to.
So when you have got a link integrating your phone as webcam in Zoom, so this explains it as well. That is a tutorial.
Yes, ma'am. The link I have placed in my slides that can help you to see that video in a proper way. Okay.
Okay.
And the reason why I am showing this thing to my friends is that because it always works when we perform and we can see things. It always encourages us that it's doable. Otherwise, the YouTube videos are good enough. I have learned from the YouTube video as well.
Okay. So the next question was multi-platform sharing.
Ma'am, I did not get that question perfectly at that time. I thought, that's my understanding.
Faiza has, Mustafa, Faiza has a question.
I have one question, Mustafa Saab. I have checked that Droid, Droid cam in my, yes, Droid cam in my laptop, and they said that it's already installed. Okay. So I am trying to find out where it is installed, because I'm not finding it. On mobile, I have installed this, but when I try to install on my laptop, they say that it's already installed. So where do I get it?
Ma'am, in order to avoid all these complications, that is why people create the apps. The purpose of the application is to remove
that's
all these.
That's my point. Mustafa Saab, that's my point, that I am trying to install the app, and they said that that app is already installed.
Oh, really? So,
yes.
So I think for example, if you are looking at my screen right now, and I'm turning off, so it should be there on the desktop. That if it is not there on the desktop, the next thing is that what I will be doing is to search that thing. I mean, in my search box, it should come up like this. If you able to see.
I tried this thing, but it's not there. But they said that it's installed.
That's very weird. It's interesting, but it's very weird.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So for the multi-platform sharing, I believe I wish the person who have asked that question should be here. I forget to is Mr. Farid Ahmed. He can explain us more about that question. But what I believe what he was asking to us is that how we can use the Zoom and then share the things we are creating on the Zoom on the other platforms. What I believe the other platforms is the Moodle, which has already addressed. All you need to do is to put the link of the output video or the YouTube video on the Moodle. We have already addressed that thing many times, but we never talk about the option that how we can use Zoom to send our meeting live on the Facebook or on the YouTube. This is not available on the free version. It is only available on the registered version. And there is a choice. If you click on these two options, which I have created, it's a hyperlink. So if you click on these two options, they will take you to a tutorial, which is very easy. You can Google it as well. How to live stream your Zoom meeting on the Facebook or on the YouTube. If you have a registered version, that's a perfect case. Just stream your live video on the YouTube. So the thing which we have talked earlier, whatever I am talking will directly load it on the YouTube. I don't need to put anything after that. It just became the YouTube video after that. And all I need to do is to share the link from here on. But there is a pros and cons associated with this thing. For example, if I'm speaking in some informal things during my classroom, which I used to talk a lot. Sometimes I started talking in Punjabi for like just for to cracking a joke. Sometimes I'm speaking about other things, and I don't want that those things to be part of the lecture. So I need to trim those things. I need to edit those things. Putting or sharing your Zoom meeting to the other platform directly will not allow you to edit or trim your video. So in that case, you need to be very professional. You need to be very accurate in your talking and in your descriptions and about your lecture. All you need to do is just to proceed with your lecture, and that's all. That will go directly to the YouTube. But unfortunately, it is not available on the free version. We need to have a registered version in order to use your Zoom on multiple platforms at the same time. But that's a very cool feature, by the way.
Acha, I think you have got the question right for the multi-platform sharing. That's exactly what he meant, I'm sure. But then there's a question about, like you said, we'll leave the assessment techniques. But Maheen has asked, I want to know more on using Zoom as a moderator. So Maheen is here. Maheen, can you explain what you mean by that?
This is the question number 2.
Ji.
Yes, can you please read it again?
You said how to use Zoom as a moderator. What did you mean by that, as a moderator? That if you are the moderator of a session, how to use Zoom, is that what you meant?
Yes, for class discussions, basically, because
Okay.
my courses are half discussion based and half writing focused.
Excellent. So did you get an answer to that, Mustafa?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I got the question, I think somehow. So I put out 2 things, if you can see my screen. The first is moderator on Zoom. What I believe Ma'am Maheen was asking to us at that time, because I believe she should know, or she was asking, the answer is that she should know what are the administrative rights of the host and the co-host. All she need to do is to learn and practice that what are the things she can do as a host, and what are the things the other people can do when she make other people as a co-host. So when she wants to talk with her students in the classroom, she needs to give some rights to the other students so that they can share their things, they can share their screen and work. So all she needs to do is to learn the rights of the host and the co-host. And in order to learn those things, there's a video link over there. She can click and she can go, and she will be able to be a very wonderful moderator. And she know that when I give somebody a host, capacity, what the other person can do. And when I give somebody a co-host capacity, what the other person can do, and the recording and all these options, and everything is there. So I think she should know about the things a host and co-host can do.
So the host and co-host can behave as moderators. That's what you said.
As moderator.
And so there are those. So, okay, now creating a Zoom link for classes on Moodle account. So I am like, because we do not have Zoom integrated, but so the only thing you can do is place the Zoom link on the Moodle account. Is that not so?
Yes, ma'am. You got it
I'm
right.
clever, Mustafa. Listening to you, have become a good student.
You are just answering in a perfect way. I mean, look at that. I mean, in the next slide, I write the same thing which you just spoke. That
great.
we can put our meeting things. We can share our meeting schedule with the students using the Zoom. That's one thing we can try. The other thing is that we can put the recorded lecture on the Moodle, or we can put the recorded lecture on the YouTube and then share the links. So these are the things we can try.
Yeah.
And from where we get.
Ashir is here. Ashir, is that what you wanted?
Yes, ma'am. I put these questions so that we can have the Zoom link on the Moodle for the students. So that's nice. Thank you.
Okay, good. You got your answer. Perfect, Mustafa.
So, okay, let's move to the next question, number 4.
And that's a very powerful. I really want you to give this time. Do we have breakout rooms in the free version? And if so, how do you operate those? Because I think breakout rooms is the most effective practice for classroom teaching, online teaching, because that really keeps the engagement going, and it's established as a best practice. So there you go, Mustafa.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Nusheen's answer is yes. I think officially we can finish it here.
Okay.
The next what ma'am wants me to talk is that how we can access the places where we can create those breakout rooms, and how we
Please
can
show
adjust
that.
the settings.
Yeah.
So if you can see my screen and I will click on the setting, you will be able to see that thing, that setting options. The breakout rooms are not here. That is why many of us just believe we failed to find the breakout room. So that is why we will not going to use it. It's not here. It's somewhere here. If you can see the link, view more settings. We need to click on the view more
I'm
settings.
sorry, Mustafa, but on my Zoom screen, at the bottom, I have security, participants, chat, share screen, record, and breakout rooms. They are there.
Yes, you are right, ma'am. You are right. And you have a very powerful Zoom account as well. And
I see. It's the FC account, which is a paid account. In a free account, where do you find them? Sorry for that. Yes.
We will find from the same place. The point is that we will find from the same, but I am starting from the very beginning, that from where we can create it, from where we can actually, before the classroom, we can plan that activity, and we can create the breakout rooms, and we can create manually as well. We want these two mischievous students should not be on the same group, something like that. We can design our own plan.
Excellent.
So if we click on this view more setting options, the real Zoom settings lives on the website. It's not on the application. So when I click on the view more setting, I go to this website here. It will ask me.
And where did you go view? Sorry, Mustafa, where did you click on to get more views settings?
Okay, ma'am. First, I will click on the setting, the traditional setting button on the right top corner here. I'm clicking it. It will give me that traditional setting options. In that
I
traditional
cannot see
setting,
it on my computer on the right side.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm seeing your screen. So on your screen, where is it?
Okay, let me show you from the start. So I have this is the Zoom main window. If you see my mouse cursor here, is on the button here on the right top corner below my profile picture. This is setting button. When we click, it will give me the setting options. You should be able to see general, video, audio, screen share, and all these things. Am I right? Ma'am, aap dekh sakte hain?
I can only see Muhammad Mustafa, then there is an arrow, then there is this.
You are not able to see my screen?
No.
Not able to. Okay, sorry. I can tell you why. Because I'm using the Zoom. Sorry, ma'am. Zoom is not telling you whatever is not able to share the settings, because I am using the Zoom to talk with you and with the other people.
And you have the settings with you, absolutely. Yes. So can you show it with your phone? The settings on the top. Why not use the phone then?
Yes, we can be more innovative like this.
See, I'm getting cleverer.
Wow.
I'm sharp learner, right?
So I am using the Droid source camera once again. For that, let me start the practice. I need to turn on the Droid cam on my PC first. Then I need to turn on the Droid cam on my laptop, and then on my phone. And then I need to go to the setting, and then I change the video option to my phone. So now my phone should be like my webcam. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah, but we cannot see the top. Now show us the top of your screen. Okay.
So here is that. There is, you should see my mouse going towards
this is the setting. And there is a setting, small round, which, Yeah.
And at the bottom of the setting, you should be see view more settings here.
Yes.
This one.
Yes.
So this is the place. If I click here, it will take me to the website. You should be able to see the website, by the way, I believe.
On your big screen, no. We can only see your through your phone camera.
Okay. It will take me to the website. The website will ask me to sign in. I will use the Google to sign in. I will use my account. I am not using FC account for that purpose, because there is a little bit concern about the security things. So I have created an alternative account for that purpose. And here we go. So this is the setting page. This is actually the Zoom's central resource page contains all the settings, the details
Okay.
of the setting, and you can see, let me focus it well. You can see the meeting, and you can see the recordings and telephone and all these options.
May I suggest something, Mustafa? If you stop your screen share, then we can see your phone screen in a large thing. So if you, and now open up we can go only to the speaker view. So everybody, if you go to the speaker view, you will be able to see his screen. Now we can see your screen all on the big one. Okay, great.
Thank you. So here we go. This is like a big screen now. Thank you very much, ma'am. So this is the meeting.
Yes.
You can see recording, and in the meeting, you
Yes.
can see security, schedule meeting, in meeting basics, and in meeting advanced, and whatever the lot of things we can control from.
Yeah.
So if I click on the in meeting advanced, because I know that that the breakout rooms are here, it will take me directly to the breakout rooms.
Okay.
I am on the breakout. So since I have enabled it, if you can see, that means my Zoom meetings will give me the point, will give me the button which you were talking about.
Oh, so that it shows on your screen. Okay.
Yes. If I turn this one off, I will not be able to see the choice.
Oh, I see. Excellent. But it is available in a free account also, right?
Yes,
That's what you
it's
say.
available in the free account as well. Yes, that is why whatever you can see, I am using the free account. So whatever you can see is from the free account.
Available. Excellent. Excellent.
And the last thing, a very important thing, is that you need to see allow host to assign participant to breakout rooms, which schedules.
Yes.
When scheduling. So that means
scheduling.
So if I check this one on, that will allows me that how I can put the participants in different breakout rooms. Otherwise, they will randomly put the things.
Oh, I
if
see.
If you can see further, there are more options over there, but that is good enough options to understand. So we need to check this thing on, and then we need to go back to our Zoom application. The settings will be enabled automatically there.
Okay.
So now whatever you are talking, whether we can make ourselves, we can divide ourselves into groups or not. You just talked about the settings over there, the participants and security options. And these are the things we know, that how we use the Zoom. So I just want to add this option to share my fellows that there are certain things, if we practice before the start of the class, it will help us a lot. The first thing is that log the meeting after 5 minutes, particularly for the classrooms, because in that case, students know that they need to be getting before that time, and you will not going to have any distraction after that. Otherwise, you are like on your skies with your talks, and suddenly somebody wants permission to, sir, please allow me to admit in the classroom, and it will destroy all your concentration at that time. First thing. The second thing is that you always should always enable waiting room. That's a very important choice, because enabling this thing will allow you the control that whoever the person is entering into your class, it will be you who will going to allow them. And if you ask them to use their name and ID, you will be able to know, oh, this is your student, and you can allow him to part of your classroom after that. That's very important. And I always request you people just to in the Zoom setting to turn off your camera phone as well at the start, because you never know. You just turn on your Zoom meeting, and you don't know you are in a very good position, or you are in a very good state to talk with your student, or you want to show up at this time or not. So allowing or keeping your video not available right away after the during the Zoom meeting is very important. It always should be you who should click and allow your video to go out as a teacher, and the rest is all fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Roisin, did you get the gist of what we were doing? Roisin? That was very good. You know, when you stopped sharing your screen and put your camera, in the speaker view, you kept up with the whole, and we could suddenly see all the connections you were talking about. Roisin, I don't see her. Roisin Sabahat is not here. Anybody else has a question about breakout rooms? Romel, Gule Mehek, Shabnam, are you all okay with how to use your brain? You will have to remember that unless you practice, it will not come easy. There are
Yes.
some things that you will learn by practice, as long as you know how to ensure that your breakout rooms is visible on your main menu at the bottom of your Zoom screen. You have to ensure to sort of enable that first. So you enable going it into the cloud, and then it will start showing on your main menu at the bottom or top of the screen when you are doing a session. And so you can use breakout rooms. Is there any other questions apart from assessments? Assessments we'll take later on. Anything else? Everybody okay? I don't see any other questions come up. Any questions in the chat? No. People are no. Ashalam is saying no. Okay, thanks. Maheen Zia is saying I cannot find the option.
Dr. Mustafa, I have a question.
Ji.
Actually, when we are using Zoom, so if we are sharing the screen and we are sharing some document with the participants, so if we want to share another document to our students, then we want to show that document by going through sharing screen again.
Yes, Dr. Ashwin, exactly. Yes. You are right. For example, if when I share my screen, I will be sharing whatever I will be using, whatever going on my computer. If I share to the PowerPoint, nobody else will going to see anything other than my PowerPoint. So if I want to share them a Microsoft document after that, I need to stop share and then share the screen once again, and then use the document for that purpose.
Yes. So you have to stop share.
This one was happening with me sometime. So,
yes.
And I had the understanding that I need to share it again through the screen share. So now it's clear. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
But remember that if you are showing a document which has links within it and you want to open the links will automatically open into the shared screen.
Okay.
So if you close those links, you will go back to the original screen. But if you're sharing different sets of documents, you will have to close the stop share one and then go to new share again, right? And you will have to, when you finish the new share and you want to go back to your PowerPoint, you will have to start new share again. You will have to share again. So that is how it works when you're changing different documents or platforms or whatever. So is that right? I've got it right, Mustafa?
Yes. More than right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I see that everybody is satisfied. We have a feedback form, and please in the feedback form do write that you want a session on Zoom assessment techniques, and we will do a separate session that hopefully next month, because December we will concentrate on a bit on activities and assessments and some on technical use. I must especially thank, apart from Mustafa, who is a super go-to guy for Zoom, also ITS, Raheel, and how can I forget your name? Shakir, you will kill me. And Shakir, who is always there and who is always both of them are very helpful, and they're very helpful to you too. I keep hearing their praises every time they have resolved an issue for you. So thank you so much. Thanks everybody. Till next time. We have done the 5 sessions for this month's Q&A, but we do have some more. I think we will be doing one. We have decided we are doing one with Mustafa. We are doing a Q&A on the 25th, and the Q&A is on assessments now. What did we decide?
Seamless execution of blended classroom.
Oh, yes, I forgot. I'm going to write it down and I'll send it out in an email. How to do a seamless and simultaneous working on an online and an in-person mode. Perfect. But are you going to do it over Zoom or are you going to do it over MS Teams?
Ma'am, I will be going it on the Zoom. If you allow me, for using the last minute, I would like to share that thing, my internet, my YouTube with you, just to share with my friends that how it looks.
But
when
can
we-
you also put the link for your PowerPoint for your slides in the chat so people can access your tutorials and links? Do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have your PowerPoint on a Google Doc or somewhere where people can
It's
access?
on it's on my YouTube channel, but
Oh, great. So why don't you put the YouTube
Thank you very
link
much,
over
ma'am.
here so people can access it, right, Faiza?
You will
Yes,
make
sir.
me you will make me famous then. I am sharing the my YouTube link in the chat box, and I
Okay,
believe
please do.
there
You are
if
already famous, Mustafa, in LUMS
Thank you
and
very
in FC. So I
if
picked you up from LUMS.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you very much, ma'am. Look. I just want to share with my friends that how it looks. If you're able to see my YouTube channel right now, how it looks when we teach from the classroom. So this
Oh
is
my
just
God, Mustafa, is that you?
yes, ma'am. It's me.
You look like a star on this page.
Oh, no, no. Ma'am, that is how the live class is like this, the live class.
Oh, I see. That's you
So I am
teaching.
teaching. Use the proteins related to the virus, and then the liver cell is harboring large number of viruses. That liver cell is no longer working for our cells. That liver cell is now a Qatar liver cell because it is working for the sake of the virus. So, ma'am, this is the I mean the lecture which I was teaching in the last couple of weeks. So it's already there. So we can just see that how it will look on the YouTube. Please do not see the other things are just like I used to make videos for the kids as well for their general knowledge. So the other things are for the kids. But these are
So
our
where is your
curriculum.
PowerPoint for today? Your PowerPoint today, where is it?
I sent it to Salman before the talk already, and I told him that when I finish my talk, the participant might be interested in the links. So when they ask you, please share those PowerPoint with them as well. So I have already sent it. The Salman has it.
Suleiman, please put it link if there is a link.
Ma'am, I will email the PowerPoint.
It's
the
a
Google
PowerPoint.
Drive
It's not a link.
to the
Okay,
participants.
great. Please do.
Ji.
Please do. Okay. Thank you, everybody. We are in good shape. Thank you, Mustafa. You've become a professional at doing what you're doing. We are very proud to have you with us.
I'm very
okay, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Deep Suleiman.
आपसे मैम एक दो चीजें करनी थी डिस्कस
अच्छा मैं हूँ इधर बाकी सब जा सकते हैं नहीं तो हमारे साथ ज्वाइन कर ले हमारी गुफ्तगू में
मैम मेरा करना था मैम मेरी क्लास है 2 बजे 9 मिनट्स के बाद
ओके बेटा गॉड ब्लेस टेक केयर थैंक यू सो मच थैंक यू जी सुलेमान कोई बात नहीं बोल रहे महीन गुले महक फायजा ब्यूटीफुल फेसेस ऑन द स्क्रीन थैंक यू सो मच थैंक यू सबा Okay, bye bye. Lovely to see you. The maths department जो है ना वो तो